Hey friend, this is going to be a little bit more of a technical hands-on video where I'm actually going to show you how to do a Crazy Eights exercise as part of the ideation phase in your design process. Crazy Eights is a really quick and easy exercise that you can do during the ideation phase of your design process. It's a great way to generate quick ideas, involve different stakeholders and members of your team into generating some early concepts as part of your project. In a nutshell, Crazy Eights enables you to do quick, rough sketches and drawings of different concepts and ideas for your project. Now, at this stage of the design process, we really want to focus on quantity rather than quality. So your sketches do not need to be perfect. Don't worry, you don't need to be good at drawing to do this exercise. Often actually, I bring in my engineers, my product managers, various different cross-functional folks to be a part of this fun exercise. You'll get the opportunity to draw around 8 different concepts within a time frame. Now, don't worry, you will feel rushed, and this is all part of the process. It's supposed to be quick, lightweight, and just getting your ideas out on paper. Don't feel the need to get too detailed or technical in your designs. Let's keep it high level for now. And you can either do static screens or flows depending on maybe what the prompt is or the context of the project. Alright, so there's only 3 things that you need for this exercise, which I'm sure you can find lying around your house or in your office if you're working in an office these days. Basically, you'll need paper. Now, I recommend A3 sized paper, but if you have A4, that's fine as well. You'll also need a Sharpie. Now, I do recommend a Sharpie or some kind of thick marker over a bullet point pen, because with bullet point pens, we tend to start getting really detailed and annotating our designs, and we don't want to get to that level yet. So I really do recommend going with some sort of Sharpie. And also a timer. It is possible to do this exercise on your own, but I really do recommend doing this as a group exercise. It's a great way to get your cross-functional team on board, your stakeholders involved in this sort of ideation, brainstorming part of the design process, and give them all the chance to kind of contribute to the design and the solutions as well. Now, the purpose of a Crazy Eights exercise is really to generate multiple and different ideas from the group. You should not yet be at a stage in the project where you've kind of locked down on a solution or an idea. You should be doing this exercise before that to generate those ideas, and then eventually you converge and choose on a solution or a direction to move forward with. Now, the outcome of a Crazy Eights exercise is that you as the designer are going to have all of these awesome concepts generated by multiple people in your team, and your job is to kind of go away, take those ideas, reflect on them, have a look through them, and kind of think about how you might want to consolidate some ideas or discard some ideas and how to move forward. You might develop some of those ideas into a prototype to do some user testing on. You might even combine some different ideas that came up from different people in the group. And some, you might throw away, and that's fine too. Personally, sometimes I also like to do Crazy Eights just on my own as a little exercise when I'm maybe feeling stuck or unsure how to move forward, or maybe I feel like I have a lot of ideas in my head that I just need to quickly get out on paper so I can, let that creativity energy come out and then sort of see them tangibly and make decisions to move forward. So totally, you can do this on your own as well instead of in a team setting. I'm going to show you how to do this exercise in an analog format. However, I know a lot of people are working from home or remotely these days, and if you want to do this remotely with your team, then there are a few tools out there that I think you could easily adapt to do this process with, and I would recommend checking out tools like Whimsical or Overflow. Let's go and do it for real now. We're going to begin with our piece of paper, and now we want to fold this into basically 8 pieces. So I'm going to start by folding this piece of paper in half first, and then fold it in half again and again one more time, so that when you open up the piece of paper, you now have basically 8 different sections of your piece of paper for you to draw your Crazy Eights. Then I'm going to set my timer to 8 minutes and get started with sketching. I like to draw some rectangles or device frames within each section, but you can just use the whole section if you want to represent your mobile or desktop device. Usually when I'm doing this exercise, I actually don't look too much at the timer. I don't want to pay attention to it and have that sort of distract me or limit my explorations. If you wanted to, you could try and set a goal of sort of 1 minute per idea, but sometimes I end up spending more time on a particular idea, or oftentimes I actually don't even end up filling out all of the 8 sections. So there is no rule here as to how long you spend on each section, but try to constrain yourself to the 8 minutes that you set. Once the 8 minutes is up, put your pen down and stop drawing. Then, if you've done this in a group setting, you can go around the room and present your ideas back to the group. I like to go around the table and sort of have everyone present very briefly and sort of show and talk through some of their ideas so that everyone in the room kind of has a sense for what everyone else explored. Then I like to stick everyone's idea up on the wall and sort of walk around and have another look at all of the different concepts. And sometimes at this point you could do dot voting, where maybe you give everyone 3 dots that they can use to vote on their favorite or most promising idea in the room. At this point you should have a collection now of a lot of different concepts and a lot of different ideas. Okay, that is how to do a Crazy 8s exercise. Pretty simple, but I think the results can be really remarkable, and I've been a part of some really fun Crazy 8 sessions where people have thought of things I wouldn't even dream of, or we get in a really cool rhythm where we're like stacking and combining our ideas on top of one another. Sometimes we'll do this exercise multiple times. We'll do multiple rounds of them where we kind of check in after each round, see each other's concepts, and then in the second round, you can build on top of other ideas or concepts from other people. So I do think that this is a really useful and quick exercise to do to generate ideas. Alright friend, if you want some more one-on-one help with how to run Crazy 8s exercises, or maybe you have other questions about different parts of the design process, you can always book time with me over on Superpeer and we can chat one-on-one. Until next video, catch you later. Bye!